Hi guys, this is Dinah Innes here, Sages of Fae. Pardon. So, today we're going to be showing you what I've got on this board, which by now you ought to be interested in, right? So let's see if we've got this in good form. I believe so. So, I've been talking to some lovely people out there as well, and I've got some quite amazing things that have happened through the people that I've met. And in a very kind of number way, I'm going to discuss them through number, because they yield a certain number, and I'm fully aware of how the fifth is playing. So you're going to see this today as an example, and I hope this really helps you to get your teeth in, because I'm an investigator. That's all this is, investigation of everything, right? So 2025 is the year. We now have 45 then, if we add them together. If we then add 4 for April, the last day, we are then going to have 49, which we put next to it here. See, if I lift that up, I hold it, look, right there. Now you add the 30 to this baby and you're going to get 79. Well, straight away you're going to say to yourself, well, hold on, because that chart is only going up to 78. So you got a 0. So this is a free fall. And when I suggest it's a free fall, it's because I've got the evidence here to show that. So a fifth is a 360 circle, right? So here we have 360, a 3-6. It's what it is. So now when you look at this, you have a 0. So you would put the full there. So if I grab the full straight away, just to do that, because I can. And just stay with me, because you're going to get this. So I'm just putting that there. The full. So when you look at this board now, you have 16. Well, you know you've added the 9 and the 4 and the 3, because this baby's a 0. So now you put the 16 there. Well, if you add 7 and 9 together, you're getting 16. So here is the 16 on the left-hand brain. Here is 16 on the right. This would therefore be a tower moment, wouldn't it? So this is where you would evidently have to have some kind of revelation, okay? Because this is the dark matter here. This is the tohu vavohu. This is a free fall as you're coming back into the beginning. Because it's a 14 over 5, because 2 7s are 14. So now we have Temperance. Where is she? Let's bring her in. And now you can start looking at the pictures and using them logically, because number is not allowing it to do anything else but stand up. Right? So here is the 16 with a tower. I'm not getting 2 packs out, so let's lift the board forward again. And you have tower, tower. Well, 1 and 6 is 7. So you're going to grab the chariot and you're going to bring him up here. Okay, let's lift this over. Oh, here we go. Fun and games. Let's lift it up. I'm not editing this. You're going to have to suck it up. So you either want my take or you don't. It's really that simple, because we've got to learn to wipe our mouths and walk away, especially with what we've seen over the last 4 years. Probably longer. Especially for a lot of us that have been on here for years watching. So now you're looking at this going, wow. Here is a sudden change. Mars. Here you got the charioteer. This is your Boaz and your Kim. There's your 2 pillars right there. Left and right. The dichotomy of dark and light, isn't it? So now, your 7 to your 14 here is going to give you a 5th. So that 5th is exactly what we're talking about here, because it's a 360 of a thrice, because you have 3 of them, 3 36s. And the chap's chart that I looked at just before I came on here actually had 189. And the Lucy I did last night revealed 4 5s and a 1, and it just kept running across the whole lot, because we're moving into 5115. We have 4 in May. But this girl here, the Queen of Swords, she makes it real funky, eh? Because she plays for 3 days. I've been looking through my years and going back and going back and going back. I need someone who really understands number, that has got the time and the dedication to put in what I've done, to be able to access it quickly and just jump into that edit and then space themselves out and come back with the information that I want, please. That would be nice. Can I boom this? So anyway, and here I go, my magnets are hanging. So here we go. The way we're going to kind of digress through this is to look at the 4 of clubs. So there it is there. The 4 of wands. So I'm going to keep it simple because I don't want to bombard you with the information. But Lucy's up here at 189. Okay? Because you've done the deduction and you've got 36. Well, this is the 3rd day of the King of Wands. Or Kryptonite. Or geez, we can do lots with it. It's down to how you want to use the word and the number. But to keep it structured is what I am invested in. This is every minute of my waking day. Because I've seen it in people. I've checked them through their energy fields, and it's bang on. This is bang on. I have concerns over May with the palindromes. Because the first one that comes in is funky. Because it's not like the others. And I told you that was why when the Queen of Swords plays, she changes everything. So it looks like I'm going to have to do some talking, and I'm going to need to do more videos so I can actually speak this. Because I want assistance, okay? So, the wishing card is here with the Queen of Hearts. She's over Rover, and so was the Pope, unfortunately, eh? Because isn't it the 9th day? Isn't it? After the something's going on. Check everything planetary, even if it's just for a few seconds, and it will help you pick up the flavour of the day, eh? So here you go. The Hermit's up here with the Emperor. There's your 3. So there's your Empress. She's done a runner, but I'll find her soon. So you're just going to have to deal with the finger. So the Empress, the Emperor, and the Hermit. You add all them up, you get 16. 16 is the Tower, which is the card I showed you here. So now if I start taking them down, no, I won't. I'm going to leave them there, actually. So you just deal with it this way, please. So 16 here. This is the 0. 0 per 0, the free fall. This is where your energy is registering to its maximum, and it's going into a palindrome. And this is why it's behaving like this, because the Queen, she can play for 4 days, she can play for 3, or she can play for 9. The only one that doesn't have a short term is the King. And that's not all of them, it's one in specific, which I'd have to do another video, because there's a lot to explain. Okay, so here you are with the right hand brain here, the Hierophant. This is how you've been treated with the traditions, how the institutions have come in. I'm reading this real fast here. But this is all about how you're conforming, because you're coming from one reset to another. And here you have the Hierophant, the Tower. You're breaking free with the right hand brain, the divine feminine. Cast thy net to the right. It's your moral compass and your true north. You need to even the waters of the poles. And then the free fall comes in and turns this into a 7. The Charioteer, 2 7s are 14 over 5. So you kind of say, where does that dark matter involve itself so well? So now let's take these off. And you will see something here. Here we go. Oh, there's Temperance right there. Look at that. Here we go. Oh, come here. So, here, you can see that I've got 23 and the 3 either side. Because you can see how these are doubling up. If I take the lot off, actually, there we go, come on, all come off. Right, here we go. Let's move them over. So here you have 95. If you add 79 and 16, you're going to get 95. 9 and 5 is 14 over 5. 2 times 16 is 32. 32, are you kidding me? 32. A fifth. Now, 16 add 7 is 23. It's a fifth. The 23 and the 32 is palindromic. Look at how much moderation is required over this day. Look how much balance is required with the right-hand brain to even the waters. Whatever you're doing here for prosperity, whatever's forging in your field right now to create form, this is using the maximum. 36 is the King of Wands. So therefore, it's got a trinity on it. And it's also hitting 189. Now, I will talk to you in great depth about Lucy because this is real big. Lucy is real big. I can see the similarity in the harmonics. Even the very... I'm going to have to talk about it later. So the 189 is the prophet of frequency. That is every day these numbers add up to 9. And then it changes. If you go back hundreds of years, you'll find it was 9, 18, 27. I done it. I checked it. And I keep checking it. I don't know why. Because I don't do number. I'm spiritually nosy. So that means then that all of these are fifths to your 360. And I just done someone with their code and they have 4 5s and it correlated with the reading that I had done with Lucy last night. The research could be from the TV screen, someone knocking at the door and having something on their handbag. You're constantly picking up signs and symbols. And I've learned how to tap into that. And this is my findings. This is what happened when I found it. This 5th is all over the show. Take that all off. It's all going to give you 14 over 5. So whatever's happening here, whatever you're forging, and I could literally take all these cards and roll them back into the pack. Because at the end of the day, they need to be accountable. And here is the accountability. Because there it is right there. Whatever it is you're forging in your field, in your armor, your emperor, is he fully clothed? If you're going through some kind of energy exchange, or there's things leaving your body and you're recalibrating your understanding through number, then you actually start to feel this occurring. So looking at this here, whatever you're doing here, it's a homecoming. Something, all the things that you had that you didn't want to deal with was where the good stuff was hiding. And a lot of people are having double ups coming in here. There's a lot of reflection going on because it's still holding distortion if you let it. So this here means the Empress is using the 36 here, the King of Wands, to forge and fold the wood, the earth, to then jump over here with the freefall, whatever it is you're wanting to do, it's going to fall on you. You are going to make these choices, and you have to be confident with that. And then that means you overcome the sudden changes that occur, doesn't it? Because here it's up here as well, and that's when the charioteer evens the waters its way, and it runs off because it's a 14 over 5. Your 365th. I had to do this today because we're in on the palindrome, and the 9 days were up on the 30th. So if I was to grab all, and I'm not using these pyramids anymore because I don't. I use the poles. But if you wanted to understand how the palindromics roll in my system, they're poles. But I put them here so you could see the 51, the 50, 14, the King of Cups coming in with Temperance, and then 52 over here, 16 I believe, yeah, 7, 7. That's going to give you your crook and flower. That's the first palindrome, and that's coming in. I need someone to go back and check everywhere that Queen of Swords has been over the years. I know this seems diabolical, but it can be done once you understand the number and you can chase pattern. Because a lot in 23, she was playing on 9 days. And when she drops it, it's like if you're doing things with paperwork or whatever you're trying to do, it's like a 3-day. And she's coming straight in now with a palindromic. And there is 4. If I was to look at it in a pyramid fashion, she would sit uneven with these codes as she walked in. Right? So you'd have to go back at the videos and look at the palindromes, or ask me to specifically show you this. Because I'm physically working all day on number and doing things. So these are things that you can contemplate your own navel with. If you're finding some kind of fortitude around this, if it's allowing you to open up and see things for what they really are, then go get it. Okay? Because it's meant to confuse you. You're meant to make mistakes. Because this is about lowering your snakes. Seeing this for what it is. And if this is the case, I don't play chess. That Queen, she's incredibly important, that Queen of Swords. 63. 63, 36. Look, it's a switch. There's a switch here. So, and I can see all the numbers playing in between all this because I've spent that much time doing it. So, I hope I've got to come back in. I told you that, didn't I? So, we're going to do that, but I'm going to run away to come back. So, guys, I hope you understood what I've just done there. And, Paranam.